Circe, one of the Shipwreck Sirens, and with my friends Coral and Lorelei, we shall be guiding you through thrilling tales of the sea in days gone by. If you have seen our channel trailer, we would like to explain a little more about what to expect and share our inspirations for this channel. For centuries, sailors spun their tales on the decks of ships, around campfires on remote shores far from home, and, of course, in rundown, salt-encrusted pubs and taverns in every port in the world. These stories were not just told, they were felt and shared through vivid, imaginative recounting that made you feel like you were right there. That is the kind of experience we wish to bring you. We will share these narratives by speaking directly to you with few bells or whistles, highlighting on the captivating experience of pure storytelling. Imagine sitting with us as we recount these traumatic seaborne tales, as if we were all indeed gathered around a fire on a lonely beach. Or think of listening to us as tavern-goers once listened to an old sailor perched at the end of a bar in one of those ramshackle shanty pups, spinning tales of ships that met their fates in the vast and often merciless oceans. Simply put, old-school storytelling that relies on your imagination. There is another practical reason for our approach. We understand how busy life can be, and we desire to bring you content that you can also listen to as you go about your business, around your home or office, or perhaps driving in your car, or working out in the gym if you easily convert our videos into an MP3. In short, we want to offer the shipwreck experience that does not necessarily tether you to your television or device in fear you might miss something. We hope you find this approach appealing and will return for more. Now here is another of us sirens to give more insight on how what you, our viewers, will be watching came to be.
Ahoy! I'm Coral, here to tell you some of the inspirations that have led to this channel. First is the late Grandmaster of adventure author Clive Cussler. In his books, The Sea Hunters 1 and 2, he penned dramatized narratives of shipwrecks before diving into the details of his expeditions to find them. Based on actual events, these stories felt like mini thrillers, immersive and gripping, as if torn from one of his storied adventure novels. His work on those historical prologues is a heavy inspiration for what you will find in our videos. Second, we draw from docudramas you've likely seen on TV and at the movies. These reenactments of historical events that use informed reasoning to bring the events to life, speculating the dialogue and actions of the people caught in these moments in time where the actual spoken words cannot be known. This blend of fact and drama allows us to explore these stories in a compelling and exciting way.
Lorelei here, and its anchors away adventurers. If you join us for each episode, the approach Coral just mentioned is the one we'll take here. Sadly, many of the crew and passengers' identities aboard those doomed ships are lost to history. Except for the captains, most of their names have faded, and those we do have names for, we know virtually nothing about them. But their stories, and their final moments, deserve to be told in the best manner possible. That is what we have come up with here. To honor them, we are employing docudrama narratives on this channel through what we are calling historical composites, or avatars, in modern parlance, if you will, to represent the type of people who would have been naturally found aboard ships of their day. Utilizing them, we can present imagined dramatizations of what most likely transpired during those final moments of the many ill-fated voyages based on survivors' accounts. These stand-in characters will help bring all those forgotten, nameless souls back to life, even if only for the length of the video, allowing us to imagine their struggles, hopes, and fears as they faced the unthinkable. Ordinary people fighting to survive against the unforgiving sea.
Before we go, we wish to break the fourth wall, as they say, for the first and only time on this channel. Yes, We ourselves are avatars, but avatars for all who want to share in the rich and tragic history of seafaring. With tongue-in-cheek, I ask you to keep a stiff upper lip when it comes to the occasional visual glitches in our appearance, and kindly overlook them as we come to you through a new and ever-evolving technology. We Shipwreck Sirens welcome all comments on our videos. Please understand that we make no claim to be maritime experts. We are just fans ourselves. There may indeed be experts watching who may point out things we missed or a different interpretation of the facts from what was known to us when putting these sea stories together. We welcome them, as we wish to learn too. If all goes as planned, for the first couple of months we intend to post regularly, twice a week, Monday and Thursday, at 11:40 a.m, as a nod to the moment the Titanic struck an iceberg. We just moved up 12 hours, so we are not posting close to midnight. Any bonus videos could appear at any time, so be sure to subscribe so you never miss out. So, maritime enthusiasts, book passage with us, and together we shall explore the fates of those linked for all eternity by the same haunting epitaph. The sea is my grave is the sea. In addition to commenting, we hope you will also like, share and subscribe so we may continue to bring you these harrowing tales of the sea. Now here are previews of upcoming episodes. Thank you for watching.
In 1898, the Mohegan faced the unforgiving rocks of Cornwall's coastline and met a tragic end. What events led to this fateful night, sealing the fate of over 100 souls? And what theory behind the disaster is as astonishing today as it was in that time-lost Victorian world? Come aboard and find out. For those left behind on the ship, the sight of the lifeboats filling up was a devastating reminder that time was running out. Down in the lower decks, the situation was even more dire. Crew members frantically banged on doors, trying to wake passengers trapped in their cabins. One of them, a 19-year-old deckhand named Thomas, kicked open a door and found an elderly man struggling to put on a life jacket. Thomas had been raised by a fisherman father, learning from a youthful age that survival at sea required quick thinking and bravery.
With no other options, Peter guided Marika over the rail and they leaped into the cold waters together. The frigid water struck them hard, and as they surfaced, Marika tried to keep hold of Peter, but he was struggling. Always a poor swimmer, Peter fought to stay afloat, his strength waning as the waves pulled them apart. Clinging to a barrel someone had thrown overboard, Marika watched helplessly as he slipped beneath the surface. His final sorrowful glance locked on his wife before vanishing into the depths. In the aftermath, the truth of the negligence that led to the tragedy became as clear as the charred remains of the William Nelson. The owners, driven by profit, had cut corners, packing passengers into steerage like cargo, rationing water, and ignoring safety protocols that could have prevented the catastrophe. They had gambled with the lives of 450 souls, and the Atlantic had claimed its toll. And now from its depths, from all those lost souls with dreams of a better life, comes the same mournful epitaph. The sea is my grave. My grave is the sea.
A man near the front, with tears in his expression, took the hand of the woman beside him. "We'll meet again, love. I'm sure of it," he murmured. They held each other close, drawing strength from one another as the storm raged outside. As the hours passed, the situation worsened. By 2 p.m, the London was noticeably lower in the water. The ship groaned under the immense weight of the sea pressing against her hull, and the deck was slick with the constant onslaught of the elements. Those who dared step outside were greeted by the savage ferocity of the ocean, a sight so terrifying it felt like nature itself was coming for them. And perhaps it was. Some had indeed attempted to leave via the lifeboats, but they were quickly swamped, their occupants claimed by the sea. The skipper stood on the deck with the first officer by his side. It's only a matter of time now, the officer said grimly. She won't stay afloat much longer.